everybody, thank you for tuning in to the second episode of Cup of Tech. Today I've got a hot coffee. It's a latte to be exact. Thank you so much to everyone who commented last week and told me what you guys were having. Green tea, Pepsi, coffee, double espresso shots, and Matrix Fused didn't need to drink anything because he was quenched with knowledge from my show. Compliment number one. So thanks a lot for those who tuned in, and let's get straight to the weekly news. Google TV has arrived in Australia. Now, in saying that, you can't really go out and buy one today. You can't sort of say, okay, cool, Jeff said Google TV is available. I'm going to go down to my local store and buy one. Because Sony's doing it a little bit differently. They're going to only give you one if you buy a new Sony TV, which isn't convenient for most people because they might already have a TV. Most people already made their change from the big CRT TVs to, you know, plasmas and LCD TVs already, so that is a little bit disappointing. But if you know someone who is in the market for a new TV, or even yourself is, make sure you take a look at that, because the Google TV box is brilliant. You know, web browser, access to a app store, YouTube, things like that. You can really do a lot with it. Sony's also put their Music Unlimited, Video Unlimited services on there. So in terms of movie rentals, your music, everything you listen to, and also the apps. You think about the apps which are in the Play Store, a lot of them will work on the Google TV. There are also, I checked today, there was a fair few apps as well which are suited just for Google TV. The remote itself, full keyboard, and on the other side you've got a touchpad and everything, so it actually is really usable. It's not just like a little smart box. Really want to get my hands on one of those to bring a review to you. We'll see what we can do. I don't want to buy a TV just to show it to you, so we'll stay tuned for that one. This week, Microsoft announced pricing for Windows 8. Now, anyone who has bought Windows on disk before, you know, to do an upgrade or something like that, knows that it's never cheap. It's never less than $100, that's for sure. It's fantastically, they've announced that it's going to be $39.99 for Windows 8 Pro, which is the bee's knees edition. So before, when you had, like, you know, Vista and you had Premium and you had all this Ultimate and stuff like that, the big one, Windows 8 Pro, will cost you $39.99 in 131 countries. Fortunately, it includes Australia as well. Really good news. They're also including Media Center as a free download as well, which wasn't a big deal anyway, but it's nice that they've put it there. But in saying that, people who are, it's going to be done as a download, so as a free download. If you want to actually install it onto your Mac as a virtual machine, you'll still be able to do that as well. So don't think that because it's a virtual download that it won't work. Virtual download. You still can do it. So that was some really good news from Microsoft. Really excited to see it. We're only a few months away, so Windows 8, bring it. I'm smashing through this thing today. It's delicious. A little something that I read. I didn't actually put it on my website because I wanted to give the credit where it was due. Osdroid.net spotted that the HTC One V was on the Optus website, meaning it's coming to Australia, or if not already. HTC didn't formally announce it. When they asked them about it, they said it's not meant to be out yet. So Optus has sort of jumped the gun and released this phone. Now the HTC One V, to give you a bit of an idea, we've got so many HTC One phones. But the One V is sort of like your lower end version. You know, a smaller 1 GHz processor. It's only got a rear camera, half the RAM what you used to see in a phone. But the trademark for me is the Leno chin that this phone has. I'll put a picture on screen so you can see. It's got like this little wedge underneath, which just reminds me of Leno. Just want to say that. Some more news for Australia. CommBank Kaching. Now, Kaching is something that we used to see on Apple iPhones, which Commonwealth Bank, if you don't know, have this service called Kaching. Now, what it means is it's some easy app way of paying people for services and things like that. You can sort of pay your buddies through email, their phone number. They're now doing it through Facebook, so if you owe somebody money, you can just connect with Facebook, make the payment, and they can receive the payment through a Facebook app. Really neat. You don't need to know people's bank details anymore. Anyway, that app is now available on Android, which is really cool to see. There was a huge uproar, obviously, because when it was announced, it doesn't allow for NFC payments. Now, people have always been wanting to use their phone, which has a built-in NFC chip, like my Galaxy S3, to make payments. So when I'm at the register, I can just swipe the phone and charge the bill to my credit card. That's what I want to do. It doesn't have that enabled yet. It is available in the iPhone version, hence the quite a bit of anger about it. But it's coming, so stay tuned. It wasn't actually Commonwealth Bank's fault. They're having some issues with Google on actually allowing permission to use the NFC chip in these phones. So really interesting, but have a look at the article. There's so much more to it. Also, you would have seen this week I put the review up finally for the HTC One XL. I will be sending it back. I'd love your feedback on the review. I mean, what do you think of the phone? Do you like it, not like it? Anyway, it's on its way back home. I'm also going to start looking at this, this Blu-ray player from Sony. Now, the reason I asked to look at this is because it's got what they're building into all of their smart TVs in a box. So things like Quick Flick, Skype, Music Unlimited, SBS On Demand, the Wiggles channel, ABC iView, and so many other things. It's got Wi-Fi. I want to test this thing out because, again, looking at the Google TV thing, what about if you just want to get something like this? It's got almost everything else built into it, just without the Google component. So I'm going to test this out and get you guys a full review. Guys, this thing is bone dry. It was one of the best lattes I've had today, and it was homemade. Really, really good. Really good show today. I like the bit of the news for you guys, some updates. Question of the week, because I don't do a daily show, so question of the week, what phone do you guys have? And what do you want your next phone to be? Are you holding out for the iPhone 5? Are you dying to get a Galaxy S3 because I've got one that's cool? Or are you a HTC person, Nokia person? Are you a BlackBerry person? Let me know. I want to know what you've got and what you're looking towards. I have a lot of friends who are in the iPhone camp and they're actually looking forward to an Android phone next. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below and I'll put that in next week's show. Thanks for watching. Join you guys for another cup next week.